Hi there, welcome along to another video. Just giving you an update on progress on the Garden Railway redevelopment, and it's coming along nicely. Demolition work really at the moment is what's going on, but we're going to be taking out the girder bridge, so stick with us and see if it comes out in one piece. It's been the focal point of the layout for a great many years, well in fact since it was built, so it'd be interesting to see just how well Meccano stands up in the garden. So without further ado, let's take a look. Well, I've continued with the demolition, and this is probably the signature bit of this entire model railway has been the Meccano girder bridge. And you can see there that actually it survived the ravages of the weather pretty well, considering it's just bog standard Meccano screwed together, and then it got a coat of hammerite primer and followed by a couple of coats of this green metal paint, and it's never had another coat of paint since. And actually it's done all right, and part of my plan for the redevelopment is going to be I'm thinking of reusing this. Instead of having two 00 tracks through it, as I go O gauge, it'll be a single O gauge track down the middle, so I'm going to have to somehow see if that'll come off, that bar across there. If it won't unscrew, I'll have to cut it. What I do is I just clean the track as we go along, and it saves a lot of aggro later on. Actually, see that was really quite encased in cement and bitumen, but it's actually coming up quite nicely, a little bit of lead work. And I'm going to now see if I can get the bridge out. You can see there it was fastened on with some screws, crosshead screws. They haven't fared so well. They've been quite buried and do appear to have deteriorated, so it's going to be a two-handed job. We've got another 3 at this end. I'm going to unscrew those and see if the bridge will come out, and then it'll get cleaned up, modified and repainted for its new role. Right, managed to get those out. These ones here are pretty tough. What's clear is the wood that they're going into has just gone completely rotten. This end wasn't actually too bad. I got them out with a little bit less effort, but the screws themselves have gone very rusty. So now the trick is, will this just lift out? Let's see now. That end does. What's holding in there? And like that, the entire girder bridge. See there the underside, how that's fared. Wouldn't normally be able to see this. There is a bit of corrosion going on there, but I'm just going to wire brush it down and give it a complete new coat of paint for its new role. It's actually stood up far better than I ever thought it might. So there it is, the girder bridge is out, and for the first time since I built it, there is a gap here. It's a shame to see, but we've got plans here. I'm wanting some kind of a figure of 8 for the O gauge, where it'll go over itself at some point, and that's where this girder bridge comes in. I think at this end the curve will probably come round roughly where this curve was, and then there'll be a crossover bridge round about there in the middle. A line going to go off over there. Now we've got to be careful because we've got a pear tree and an apple tree there, so it's got to miss those and also not be affected by the roots. I'm going to go up around the back there and around here, and then this will be the point where it goes up and then back and then round here and thus. And then what I want to do is have some loops, so perhaps around here it'll become a loop, so it'll be double track on the bottom and maybe double track under the bridge, loops back together. So we've got a passing loop, and maybe put in some sidings or something down here. I'm not really sure. I'm going to go with more of these. You see these sort of evergreen alpine low growing plants, and they stay like that all year round. It's pretty nice. Low to the ground cover. This Montbretia, I think it's called, with the orange flowers. I've got to try and get rid of that. Every year I pull out loads, and every year it just keeps coming back. It grows like a weed. And then I think these are rhododendra. I might have to see what I'm doing with these, but certainly people have asked, am I going to reuse these brick piers? And sort of yes. The idea is that between these I'm going to put a concrete foundation in and brick up and then backfill in the back. I've got a lot of soil to move from the front of the house where I'm widening the drive, and then between these maybe go something similar. So there might be a lot of bricklaying, but these brick posts will be the substantial part of any brick wall that does get built, and they were built very quite over-engineered, so hopefully that means that these will kind of anchor everything in place. So there's going to be a bit of a brick wall around here, and if I move over here, there's the last of the brick piers is there, so effectively there I'll figure out something. And then the actual road bed will be probably rubble again. There's a wall to be demolished at the front, so that will become hardcore and rubble. And I'll dig a trench around the back. The ground level might come up a little bit, just so that it matches the tops of some of these pillars. Now, these pillars weren't all exactly the same height, so I'm going to have to work something out there. You can see there, that one there appears to be slightly higher, maybe a brick or so higher than that one there. So I might have to actually heighten these. Anyway, I can feel it's going to come on to rain now. So I'm going to take the bridge in, and I'm going to get it dried off, get it cleaned up, and then carry on with the demolition. I've got 4 yards of track pulled up and this bridge, so it's pretty good progress. And it also means now is just take out this piece of stuff here. This will all go, and get this cleaned up, and then we'll just slowly work our way around, and hopefully shouldn't take too much longer. I think a lot of that round there is rotten as anything, so should just peel straight off. The only thing I've got to watch out for is the track starting to bow, and actually there's a good supply of bricks hanging about under there. They were never cemented up, so I can reuse those. Yeah, and that's where we're up to. Well, I hope that was informative to you. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it too, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. You'll be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. But until next time, it's me, Jenny Kirk, saying thanks again for watching. Very much appreciated to have you along for the ride. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Bye for now. Today's video has been brought to you in part thanks to the generous donation of my fans on Patreon. And a special huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson, Mark Anthony, Michael Churchwood, Mark McShane and Bob 310. If you'd like to help support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Jennifer Kirk. Thank you. Today's video has been brought to you by my books, Bringing Home the Stars, Twinkle Little Star, and also you can get the complete comic collections of All Over the House, Books 1, Books 2, and also the wacky zany Life of Knob T Mouse. Thanks, and catch you later.